Does anyone truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. This guy doesn't want to make a deal with the devil. You don't want to make a deal with the devil. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. How about you lick my balls? How about that? Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? Well, you see, pal, listen. I don't know why you're not being Sigma right now, but it's really weird. So, it's just what I do. It's just like a day job. Are we live? Yeah, we are. We're good. Okay. This guy's so corny. And now the job is over. Well, you know. Again. Okay. Well. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. Okay, that's nice, man. Now listen. Can I play the game? Okay. You know what? I knew this was happening. Okay. You know what? I knew this was happening. Okay. You know what? I knew this was happening. Okay. You know what? Oh, man. Who's watching this? Neither of us know what time it is. Yeah, well, I know what time it is. It's 3:08 p.m. on Mother's Day. I guess some Sundays are just on setup. Okay, fuck up. If I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. Okay. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. Okay. You like being alone, don't you? Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, please leave, you dark, depressing freaking meanie. Oh. It seems they have a trick up their slave. Oh, my bad. My volume was on. I'm not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Yep, okay. Please leave me alone and let me play the game. Like, bro, what is this? Hey, shout out to whoever's watching this. I hope it's Damon Portillo or Edward Beck. Oh, it's piercing my ears. I put the volume on a little high. Indy beninging. Indy beninging. Indy beninging. Indy beninging. Oh gosh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes, it is.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
This isn't my first time playing this. I've played a little bit of this game.
427's job
It's really cool.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yes, he did.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Okay.
Telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yep.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
And then one day, you texted me and said that you wanted to break up.
He had been at his desk
Oh
for
god,
nearly
that sounds
an
like
hour
coworker
when he
music.
realized
It's so
that
good
not
though.
One single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Do you think this guy
No one
listens to
showed up
coworker
give him
music?
Instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi,
Never in all his
my
years
name is
at the
Snapple.
company had this happened.
My diet consists of
Complete isolation.
lemonade and watermelon.
Something was very clearly
The longer
wrong.
you hold me,
Sharp,
the less
frozen
cold that I
solid.
get.
Stanley found
And
himself unable to
I don't
move
know.
for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hi, my name is Snapple. Okay, hold on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can you goon in this
No matter
game?
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Guys, do we take the bucket? No. Screw the bucket, bruh. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Dad.
Yes.
How's it going?
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Pretty good.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Ugh.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Is that because it's blue? It's nice.
This is why everyone left.
Okay, you know what? Leave me alone, bro.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yes, we did.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Places to search! Okay. Trust the completionist instinct? Oh, to like view all rooms or something? Who took pictures of that? Maybe I should restart this, because a lot has happened. Basically, no. It's chill. It's chill. What is this, though? Broom closet. Oh, shoot.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So he turned around and got back on track.
No, there's gotta be something here, dude. You know what? Whatever. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go down. Now, I need to listen, though. It's good to listen. I should probably listen, you know? Whoa, what? Executive bathroom? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to just pick one. What? Okay. So you can see slightly in there, though. So we know that these doors open because the game has a room in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Trick shot. Oh. 2, 8, 4.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Wait, so what is happening though?
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Mm-hmm. This is a little weird.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. That wasn't... like... Bro. What the heck was that for, dude? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. What an interesting way to...
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm good.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh. Okay. That's nice. Isn't that nice? Stupid. What?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his
what the heck, dude?
life. Farewell, Stanley.
Okay, that's fine. Do it. Huh?
Farewell, Stanley.
I knew this was happening.
As Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous...
No, I knew this was happening. And you know what? It's a good thing. Because what this game is doing, you know...
every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I knew this was happening. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 how was I... Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office as alive as ever.
I knew this was happening, and you know... Whoa.
Every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance. Death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Whoa.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Hold me now, 'cause I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. 001 0020 003 1 2 3 4 5. Boop. 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 Diddle. Beep beep. Meep. Okay. Filing cabinets. Ooh, office computers. This appears to be solitaire. Cool game. What does that even say? I'm gonna have to like shove my face in my television screen. Installing chart from, yeah, okay. Like task manager or something. Employee database, okay. I knew this was happening. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's actually like choices here. What is this room? This is cool. I need to punch a tree first. And then I need to get wood. And then I need to... What? The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Realized too shortly after starting to build that it was far too joking and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people like shooters, which was not our intention. That would have been so funny, though. I like shooters. They should have... They better add that in. Because that's cool. How do you make it... Whoa, whoa, whoa. How's the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one. From a cool man. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's read the other one. Are you a rock? Okay. Eddie question right there. The lounge, an early version of the lounge. This is cool. The cargo lift. The cargo lift. Why do you have two of the same? Bye. I knew this was happening. What is this? Oh. What? Okay. I think this is like all like the games, like cool like gallery art and like stuff like that. What? Zendi? Okay. This game is cool though. Oh, it's funny. Begin the game again. Okay. Oh, shiny. What the heck is that? What was that? Okay. Monitor room elevator. Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
We'll go there, because this is really, like, weird and unusual. Not very entertaining, in my opinion. But, didn't you say you would, like, but, didn't you say you'd stop walking around? But, okay, it's just, oh, this isn't...
When Stanley came to the lift,
I don't care, okay? I really don't. I knew this was happening. Just so I don't get copyright striked, I sung One Last Breath by Creed, and I would like all rights reserved to them for that.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay. Can you, like...
But listen to me.
Oh, I'm dying again now.
Still
Okay, that's
save
nice.
these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
Why would I turn off my
As long as you
PlayStation?
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true
Oh, I'm good.
choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Bro.
Don't let...
Okay. Bruh. Ugh. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Well, this is the end of the first video, because I'm gonna start another one. So, thank you guys for watching. Oh, wait. Someone's watching this? I think it might be me.